A college football playoff elimination game is tomorrow. It just so happens to be the Tennessee Volunteers and those sorry Georgia Bulldogs. What a game this is going to be, man. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm anticipating good things to come from it, but we got a lot to dive into today on a Friday, people. We got Vol shots, pump the gas, hit the brakes, keys to victory, playmakers of the game, college football pick'ems. Man, this is going to be a great show. It's me and Turn. It's an OG straight up Tennessee Friday. It's the one more day Tennessee and Georgia week, man. You already know what it is. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. Let's get it.
First play, second quarter, touchdown Tennessee. That throw's intercepted. Pierce down the sideline. Touchdown.
Happy Friday, straight up Tennessee family. It's your boy Ruck in the building, man. Got my guy, the one and only Macho Imano, my brother, my hermano. Turn. What's up, bro?
What is up, my bro? What is up, my bro?
This game is what's up, man. But if it's the top of the show, like, comment, subscribe, and join the channel. It's real easy. Somewhere along the bottom of this screen, man, you can join this channel. $2, man. I've already told y'all. I tell y'all, look, Taco Bell coming back out with the caramel apple empanada on Tuesday. It's gonna be $2. Instead of going and get the caramel apple empanada, join straight up Tennessee and then go get it. You feel what I'm saying? Apple and Spotify, man, glad to have you here on a Friday, man. Wherever you're watching or tuning in from, we love and thank you for the support. We don't tell you enough, man, but I just wanted to start the top of the show by saying thank you. This has been amazing. This is always fun for us, and sometimes it's exhausting because when we're not very good or playing really bad, like we did in segments last year, it got very exhausting. But Tennessee's 8-1, dude, going to freaking Athens this game is, oh man, I don't have words to explain how important it is that Tennessee wins this game tomorrow night. Turn.
Man, I go back and forth with this game. You asked me this morning, I probably have us losing. You asked me about midday, we winning. When I get off work, man, I don't know, we losing, I think. And now I'm up now. We gonna win.
And we're gonna talk about why, man. But yeah, bro. I mean, Tennessee, let's talk about this real quick, man. We'll spend like 2 minutes here. Tennessee basketball had a good game on Wednesday night against Montana, the Grizzlies. Could you imagine being on the West Coast time, traveling that much to Knoxville? Like, my body would not be able to adjust and be ready to play no basketball.
No, absolutely not.
That's why I feel bad for like the Big Ten this year, like Oregon having to travel to, or Ohio State having to go to Oregon this year, and it's a 7:00 kick in Oregon, but it's 10:00.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
you tired.
That's crazy, right? Your mind mentally, dude. Like, if I'm them, right, I'm traveling like 2 days early on purpose, right? You got to get adjusted, dude, or else like it just doesn't make a ton of sense. But I think, Igor Milicic had his best game of the season so far. It's not been many games, but Chaz Lanier is the guy. I think you got to feed Chaz, let the ball flow through him, and just see what happens with it. Jermai Mashack had 8. Zakai had 11. And I told you this on Thursday, like early, bro. Like, I think that Tennessee is best when Zakai shoots less than 8 shots.
100%.
And it's not because we want him to shoot 8 shots, but I feel like typically if he's shooting 8 shots, they're not bad shots. If he gets over 10 to 12, a lot of bad shots are in that shot chart.
I don't think you're wrong on that.
So Very impressed with the win. Obviously, it's a trash team. I think Tennessee won 92-57. Yeah, you did what you were supposed to do. Now Tennessee has an opportunity to take a breath, take a breather. They don't play again until next Thursday in the Bahamas for kind of like that Thanksgiving tournament. They play in the Bahamas against Virginia. And if they win that game, they'll play either Baylor or St. John's. And so that's a great early test, man, to start your season. So Rick Barnes got the boys playing defense as always, but that offense, man, it can't stay stagnant. And last night, 90 or Wednesday night, 92 points. That's a lot of points. So hopefully they can keep stringing that together.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell when you play nobody. You know what I mean?
I know. I wish that we would get into some of those early season games like Duke and Kentucky, Kansas,
Yeah.
Michigan State. Like, I want some of those. Like, that's good test early because even if you lose, you played a great team. You know what I'm saying?
We had those last year, didn't we?
Kind of. Like, we played an exhibition against Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
That was the emergence of who Dalton Connect was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we played in that, was it the Maui Invitational?
It was the Maui Invitational.
Played Purdue. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a great tournament. I think we played Kansas and won.
Mm-hmm.
We played, there's a bunch of good games there. So this year, the Bahamas tournament just lucked out, and it's not very good. Baylor's probably the best team in that tournament, other than Tennessee. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Tennessee should win that tournament easily, but we're known to sleepwalk through a game, and I hope we don't. I hope we don't have so much fun in the Bahamas that we sleepwalk, man. We just go and win a freaking basketball game. So enough of that, y'all, man. It's Tennessee and Georgia. It's literally, I said it at the top of the show, but I believed it, man. Like, no matter how I try to spin this as a fan, as a media, like I try to look at it as the media looks at Tennessee, and I tries to stop being a homer or a fan when I think about this. But the media sees this as a college football playoff eliminator. And Tennessee would only have 2 losses. I just don't understand. I don't get that.
I don't get it either. I don't get it when you've got the teams that are in there. Because I mean, you've still got 3 games left, 4 weeks left of the regular season. I mean, we talked about it today. BYU and Indiana, for them to be in the playoff at all, they've got to go undefeated.
They have to.
I don't care if they go. I don't care if like we were talking about earlier. If BYU makes it to the championship, the conference championship, and loses, I think they're out. I don't think a team like that can lose. There's nothing against them. It's just strength of schedule. Like, you got that strength of schedule, you can't lose. So who knows what it looks like? I mean, Indiana got to play Ohio State next week,
right? And I mean, I'm chucking up an L for Indiana easily. I really am. I just don't think if Indiana wins that game, y'all can come back on here and we can talk about it, and I will say sorry. But there ain't no way they beating Ohio State at Ohio State. Ain't happening. It ain't not happening. Sorry.
No, and I think you get 1 to 2 teams like that, and I think Tennessee could sneak in. I don't think you get a home playoff game if you lose this one.
Yeah,
but
get in, man. I don't care.
I'd rather just win this one and not have to worry about it.
Yep. And Tennessee very well can. I mean, it's one of those games where, yes, things have to be clicking on all cylinders. Yes, you can't turn the ball over. Yes, the defense has to stop the run. And I think they'll have a much better and easier time doing that with the latest injury report news as of Thursday. We'll talk about that in a second. But Tennessee has all the cards, man, to just go win. But as fans, the only thing that we can hang our hats on is the last time we went on the road, we got busted. And it wasn't a blowout, but we got busted in our mouth and we lost at Arkansas. And
And well, I think it's the not just this year, but last year, like the Hendon Hooker year, bro. We just don't play good on the road.
No, we don't. And it was weird because 2022, right? We busted LSU at LSU.
That's true.
But ever since that game, what happened? 2022, you beat Pittsburgh on the road at Pitt
In a tough game.
in a close game. 2022, like I said, you beat LSU. But then we get to the end of the season and it's just like something switched. Last year, Florida on the road,
Well,
just
I think it
trash.
I think it all has to do with night games. Think of the ones we've won. LSU is a noon kickoff.
Noon, yep.
Uh,
The Pitt game was a 3.
it was a
No, it
3.
might have been a noon kick.
I can't remember that far
I
back off
can't
the top of my head.
remember. Me neither.
But
I can't remember
I
either.
don't feel like I was watching it at night though. I really don't.
I don't think I was.
I mean, think of the losses. South Carolina, the night game.
Bama.
Night game.
Bama was a 3:30 last
3:30.
year. Arkansas night game.
Night game.
Last year, who else did we lose to? Florida night game.
Yeah, man. I mean, I keep telling myself this. We might as well be used to playing night games at this point.
At this point, yes. I
mean,
agree with you. At
that's
this
all
point,
that's all we played this year. I mean, whatever. We might not play good next week against UTEP because we're kicking off at noon.
yeah. Absolutely. I agree. We'll dive into that in just a second about the injury report, but let's run this real quick, Turn. Let's run playmakers of the game, man. Let's start here and let's start on the offensive side of the ball. Who do we think Tennessee specifically? What has to happen? I think this is not as much of an analytics like game to me, man. It's just mano y mano. Put the people in the dirt and be more physical, and I feel like that team's gonna win. And so to me, I said this on Monday, and I'm not changing my mind. It's Lance Hurd for me. If Lance Hurd can give either gas pipe or 8 enough time, whoever playing, whoever's starting, if he can continue to progress. Josh Heupel said it on Monday. People forget, yes, he's a 5-star, but he's a red shirt freshman.
Yeah,
This is his first action in college this year, and he's shown that it was his first action in college earlier this year. But just like Eric Kane said on their crossover show on Thursday, he's gotten better and more in shape as the year has progressed. And
Sure.
I feel like this is a money type game for Lance Hurd. Can Lance Hurd put 4 quarters together? Can John Campbell play more than 25% of the snaps? Can John Campbell play 50% of the game
without getting a penalty?
Godly, it's a Lance Hurd kind of game for me. I feel like if Lance can really lock in, man, and stay consistent, plow through the trenches, not allow any pressures from the blind side, it could be a great night for Tennessee, man. And so I think it's Lance Hurd first, and then it's really the guards because they've been injured. So we'll see. But that's where I'm at, man.
I might take you off guard right here with my offensive playmakers of the game. I said playmakers.
Do it.
I'm gonna say tight end room. I think you're gonna see. I think what you found out about Tennessee is we're pretty much a 12 personnel team. I mean, we love to have 2 tight ends and just run the football. And it's you kind of mentioned something about this earlier, not to give away score predictions or anything like that. But I could very well see it be one of those games where Tennessee gets up. We get up and we try to just cruise along like we always do when we get up. And I think that's why I'm going to say tight ends, because I think we're going to have to move to 12 personnel and just, like you said, we're going to have to be more physical.
Yeah. We got to win in
Yeah.
the trenches, man. Defensively, bro, as far as the playmakers of the game there, I want to be obvious, right? it can be obvious and be like the linebackers, because this is going to be a second level kind of game. What can we do in the second level to impact the snap? What can we do at the second level to impact the hurry up or the internal clock of Carson Beck? But I'm gonna keep the same thing as I said on Monday, man. This is an interior kind of game. What does Omari Thomas do? That's my guy this week. What does Big O do? He has not had that game all year. He's not had that game where you're like, dang, Omari Thomas, dang, Omari, dang, Big O again. This has to be that one, man. And you hear Bryson's name, you hear Jason Jenkins, you hear Elijah Simmons, but where's Big O at? It's got to be a dominant performance from every guy on that inside. You hear Jackson Moy's name all the time. Like, where is Big O? I don't want to have to answer that question. I don't want to have to ask that question after Saturday.
I said interior too on the Monday show, but I think after listening to all these podcasts through the week, and after listening to the Locked On crossover today, man, I'm gonna say James Pierce. I think it's gonna be one of them games where, even the Locked On Bulldogs, they said it today that if you got a fast guy on the edge, the offensive line does not do good. And I think James Pierce is probably the best in the nation at that, if we're just being honest. So I'm going to say James Pierce, man, because I said this in a show earlier. I think sometimes we don't give James Pierce enough credit because we don't hear his name called as much, but James Pierce is the reason those other guys are getting sacks, because
Absolutely.
he's getting back there and he's forcing the quarterback to get out of the pocket, and we're just there
every time,
So-
every single time.
I would say, if I had to say one, I would say James Pierce. But I would, if I had to do a personnel, I would say our front four in general.
Yeah.
If we can get
I
home
agree.
with four, because you can't give Beck time. If you give Beck time, he'll pick you apart.
Yeah. And I mean, I trust that our corners will hold down those islands, but our safeties is the position that I worry about when things break down and he has too much time. Safeties and linebackers. Did you just fall out of your zone and start watching a guy run? Well, if you do that, somebody's wide open. I don't want that to happen. But, breaking news as of Thursday night, obviously the SEC injury report comes out every single night until game time. And the update was actually the same for Tennessee. Still says that Nico Dante and who's that, Tyree West, are all
No, it's a
questionable.
offensive lineman, freshman offensive lineman.
Oh, Vyson Lang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vyson Lang, Nico, and Dante Thornton Jr. are all listed as questionable. But a new update from the Georgia side of things, the running back Trevor Etienne, the transfer from Florida, is officially ruled out of this contest on Saturday. And that might have changed my whole score prediction.
I mean, it sounds like they might. I mean, he's questionable. Anthony Evans, he's questionable, but Kirby said Anthony Evans is hitting some speeds. He feels good, but we want to be careful with him, hoping to get him back. So you don't know till game time. And here's the thing about Tennessee. I was reading on it because I didn't know how it worked, because I know that comes out every day until game time. So you probably knew this. I did not. It says players will be listed as available, probable, questionable, or doubtful, or out for the next game. On game day, updates will include available, game time decision, or out. I guarantee you, Nico is a game time decision.
Absolutely.
I promise.
Absolutely.
Dante as well, probably.
Yeah. And I mean, they might slide Tay to available, but they're going to keep 8 a GTD for sure.
I think H just got to get past. I don't know when they do it, but I think he's just got to get past protocol.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think if he
and I wonder if they're just holding out for him, right? Maybe on the flight Friday.
Yeah, like, okay, here we go. Yeah.
So
I don't know how that works. Like, if he did it, if he did it tonight and failed, like it's like, oh hey, we got to give you 5 more days. Like I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I wonder what that's like. I don't know. That's something that's interesting. I might look that up actually. I'm interested on that. That's massive for Tennessee though. Trevor Etienne he's a baller, but Georgia hasn't been able to run the ball all year, but that just hurt him even worse. And so if you're a Tennessee fan, that's something to look at. That's a storyline to follow for Saturday, for tomorrow, is like, hey, Georgia's run game hasn't been good, but now it's gotten worse. What does Tennessee do to capitalize, man? Let's move on, bro. Pump the gas, hit the brakes, man. We've only got 3 of these today. Pump the gas, hit the brakes. Tennessee run game wins us the game.
I'm gonna hit the brakes on it. I'm gonna hit the brakes.
I'm pumping the gas, man.
Pumping the gas. Okay. I think
Sampson.
Go ahead. I know where it's going.
This is his Heisman moment this week. I'm telling you. This is the one that's gonna open them eyes up.
The VolQuest guys said on their podcast today, they did like the mailbag thing today, and or no, not today. They did it Wednesday. It might have been Thursday. I don't know. Sometime during the week. But somebody asked the question, what does Dylan Sampson have to do to like get some attention in the Heisman? And they all said absolutely go insane versus Georgia. That's what they all said.
Leads us perfectly. Does Dylan Sampson have 100+ yards and a touchdown? Does he continue the streak?
Pump the brakes, bro. Or no, sorry. Pump the gas. Pump the gas.
Absolutely. All of it. Pump. I'm pumping that thing.
He might have
93 unleaded.
Ooh, I gotta pump the gas hit the brakes off the cuff right here.
Off
You ready?
the cuff. What's up?
Dylan Sampson get over 30 touches.
Hit the brakes.
Hit the brakes.
I'm gonna hit the brakes.
Ooh,
I think he gets 27.
27. I'm saying 35.
27 carries, 172 yards, 2 tutties.
If he has those numbers, bro, God, we better win.
27, 172, and 2 tutties. When he get to 150, I'm texting you.
He ain't made it to 150 all year, has he?
Yeah, he has. Once, I think. Or no, it was like 144.
Last week it was 144.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. NC State, bro. What did he have against NC State?
172. Oh, boy.
I'm trying to tell you, blood. I'm trying to tell you. Hold on. I'm going to see what this was real quick. Yeah, Dylan Sampson against NC State had 132.
132?
On 20 touches.
He had 30 last week.
30 touches, 144. Good God.
I mean, feed the rock.
Feed him.
That's definitely the most touches he's had all game or all year.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
I mean, you got to think though, without D Bish back there, he's gonna get a lot more.
Yeah, and Mississippi State, right? It was different because it's Mississippi State. Like it's not like you were playing Bama, right? So
D Samp had 26 carries for 139 against Bama.
He getting to 170. Pump the gas, hit the brakes, man. Georgia leads at the half of this game.
Hit the brakes.
I am too. I'm going to hit the brakes as well.
I think if we're going to win this game, Georgia cannot take the lead in this game.
Hot take. I like it.
I think we can tie. I think we can be tied, but I don't think. I don't know. I don't think if Georgia gets ahead, I don't think we win.
I don't like that, man. Keys to victory. Y'all know me, man. I typically have 100 of these. I got a whole list, and I got a whole list right here. But I'm gonna tell you, it's one thing. It's one thing for me.
I've got one too.
And I wrote it multiple ways, but this is the way that it just came to my head, and I like this. Control the controllables. That means no penalties, no false starts, no illegal procedures, no offside. Control the things that you can control in this game. and everything else will come into fruition. Everything. I really believe it, because we have struggled with snap counts. We have struggled with jumping off sides. We have struggled with false starts. We have struggled with stupid penalties on the road. Control the controllables, and everything else will come to you. That's mine. That's it.
I was literally about to say, man, mine is just kind of going along with that. Just clean football. Play a clean football game. I think we win this game. Don't start behind the sticks. Play smart. I mean, this is a fun stat I just seen. Lance Hurd. It says Lance Hurd has been a different player over the past 2 weeks. 76 pass block snaps, 2 pressures allowed. It's pretty good.
So that's amazing. He's been different. You can tell he doesn't look exhausted anymore. The tempo, I genuinely believe we had to run tempo the way we were because he could not keep up.
100%.
Because it's been way different the last few weeks.
I'm gonna ask you this. We've talked about this all week. I think people get a kick out of this. No, not a kick. But I think people would like to hear our takes on this. Nico doesn't play. How you feel?
Dude, I was literally about to ask you this.
Oh, wait, really?
Yes.
How you feel about Gas Pipe? How we feel about Gaston Moore? You want me to go first? You go first.
I'll answer the question because you asked me.
Okay.
I think Gaston Moore is going to throw the ball all over the football field. I think the game plan completely leans more into let's let him be the best version of him that he can be. And that's not just handing it off. Like, it's let's get some guys running some routes that we know he can get the ball to where they need to go. And if we got the shot, we know he's going to throw the shot, right? So my struggle with Gaston is he's not very mobile. And so if there's gaps to run and there's a lot of protection, right? Like, we got protection, but guys aren't getting open. What do? Is it a dump down? Like, is he going to go get 5, 6? Like, those are the things that worry me. I don't think I'm necessarily worried about his decision making. I think that his decision making is always, I want the big play, which is awesome as a fan because it's just awesome to see the ball go down the field.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the way Ole Miss beat Georgia. It wasn't big plays, man. It's the intermediate. Georgia don't want nothing to get behind them, so they take what the defense gives them, man. Take what they give you and don't try to make something that's not there. And so I feel okay with Gaston Moore. I don't feel amazing. I don't feel good. I feel okay. And I think that, like I've told you a couple of times this week, man, it's more of the what happens if we do need him to make a play.
Mm-hmm.
It's the situations that I get nervous about because he just hasn't been in them. So what about you?
I feel pretty good, honestly, about Gaston. It's like you said. I think he's a very aggressive when it comes to throwing the football. So I think he can do it because I think, like I told you this on the phone, I think with Gaston has been with Heupel for so long. Like, I think the playbook, if Heupel has ran it, it can be done with Gadsden. Like, if you ran it at UCF and you ain't ran it at Tennessee, I think he could be like, Gaston, let's work this up. All right, cool, let's do it. And the only downfall or only like hesitation I have is chemistry. Because that's it. I mean, that's everything with your quarterback and your receivers. You got to have that chemistry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to know how fast they are. And I mean, I get it. He throws to them in practice, but practicing games is completely different. You know what I mean? So, like, if you got Dante running a fly, like, oh, hey, in practice, but he might be, everybody's faster in a game, just to be honest with you. So, you know, I don't know. Well, the chemistry is the only thing that I feel bad about. But here's the thing. When it comes down to it, if Nico plays, I think we can go out there and win this football game. If Gadsden plays, I think we can go out there and win this football game. Like, I don't think it's one of those things where, like, if it comes game time decision and Nico don't go out there first play, I'm not like, oh, it's over.
I don't want him to have to play, but if he does, I'm with you. It doesn't make me feel any different, really.
No, I want. I mean, I want 8 to play. I
Yes.
think I hope 8 plays. I think 8 will play unless he fails that concussion protocol. But I mean, for him to be practicing out there with the team, going through team drills, not just going through, individuals,
Yeah.
it makes you feel a little better. You know what I mean?
Right. Boy. Let's ride Vol shots, man. Vol shots right here. Quick hit 'ems. Let's ride. We taking the spread, man. Right now, it's Georgia -9.5.
Mm-mm.
No, me neither.
No,
Over under. We taking the over unders 48.5. Over or under?
under.
Absolutely. Does Tennessee force 2 turnovers?
Yes.
Whoo, if so, it's a party.
Yeah.
Boo Carter, 75 or more punt return yards.
Over all the punts.
Yep. That's a tough number, ain't it?
That's a tough number.
75 or more punt return yards. Boo Carter.
Yep. I think he's gonna house one.
I got him going for a tutty. I got him going for a tutty. Boo Carter. Last one right here. Defense, 5 sacks.
Sacks, no. Tackles for loss, yes.
Okay. The moment that we've been waiting for. But before we even get there, we got to do the college football pick'ems. So, man, there's some good matchups, but it's a boring week for college football. There's only one other ranked matchup other than ours. But let's start, man, with Tulane and Navy.
Tulane.
Absolutely. Tulane's 8-2.
They're not bad. I think they're underrated.
Not a bad team. Navy's also 7-2. Navy's been playing really, really good recently. If you look at Navy just for the year, they just beat the brakes off of Bucknell. Wait, what the heck just happened to my what the heck, people? I messed this up, y'all. Hold on. There we go. They didn't play Bucknell. I'm talking about they just played USF, Alex Golish, and they won 28-7. So take that how you will.
Yeah.
Navy's not bad, but I do think Tulane wins that game, even though they got to go travel. So Michigan State and Illinois. Yeah, Michigan State trash. LSU and Florida. I'm going LSU. Oregon State and Air Force.
Oregon State.
I like it. Baylor and West Virginia. Right now, both teams are 5-4. Interesting matchup. It's in West Virginia. That's the only reason I'm picking West Virginia.
I was fixed to say I was about to ask where it's at, and I'm gonna say West Virginia too, just because that.
So you got James Madison and Old Dominion.
James Madison.
Arkansas State and Georgia State. You taking Butch?
I'm gonna say Georgia State.
Ooh, that's an upset.
I'm gonna say Georgia State.
I like it. Rutgers and Maryland.
I think I'm gonna have to say Maryland.
I like that. I'm going Rutgers. It's on the road at Maryland.
Okay.
I think Rutgers gets the dub. Kansas and BYU. I'm picking Kansas.
I'm gonna pick BYU. Kansas is terrible.
I'm picking Kansas to win. If Jalen Daniels is playing, I promise you.
If this happens, I'm gonna be calling you back, bro. Wow, you should have put some money on that one.
I know it. I'm picking freaking Kansas, man. What do I have to lose? Oh boy, Tennessee and Georgia, 7:30 local time kick there in Athens. The SEC on ABC primetime matchup. SEC Nation College Game Day, both live on location there in Athens. 93,000 Georgia fans have not been there in 4 weeks. They enter back into Sanford Stadium tomorrow night. Turner, what's this game look like, man?
Honestly, gosh, I go back and forth so bad on this game. Right now, oh man, I hate to be this way. I really do. I'm rocking all the Tennessee gear. Was feeling good. I wish I could just pick a team and not give a score.
It's not how this works.
Oh, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer or anything, but I hate to be like this, but Vols 27-17.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
That touchdown is very, very, very late, by the way.
27-17 Tennessee.
I think it's 20-17 late in the game, and we just seal it.
Bro, if that is, I will be turned up. Screaming, beat my chest. We here, Taishi. We here, Taishi. We here. Taishi. Guys, I'm not on that type of level right now. I'm level-headed. I'm not going to be a homer here. I just don't think that our road woes end at a Georgia game where they haven't been there for 4 weeks and they've struggled and their backs against the wall and all of the things. I'm playing into the hype a little bit. I think it's an incredible game. I think it's close. I don't think there's no blowout or anything. But I've got the Vols losing 23-21. 23-21 Georgia. And it's going to be the game that hurts me the worst for the next year until we get to play football next year. Because at the end of this one, I'm going to flush it and not care unless we just get absolutely killed. But I don't see that happening. So I don't like my score. I don't like the way it makes me feel, but it's just how I feel like it might come down to. I hope not. I like 27-17 a lot.
I think we keep the streak, bro. I think we get the streak all year. Maybe not regular season. I think we keep the streak going. Because let's be honest, who thought? I mean, if you're just being honest, who would have thought? Would you have thought that Bama would have scored under 20 on us?
No,
like on the real
35 at least.
But once again, that's a home game,
right?
So
right.
I don't know.
It all plays into each other, man. But tomorrow's a big matchup. We got to wait all day, watch terrible games. I'm going to find something to do. I'm smoking a brisket, so I guess that's something to do. It's going to be a big matchup, man. I'm excited, anxious, but I think Tennessee can win, but will we? That's always the question for me. So y'all know what to do, though, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and join. We'll be back live on Sunday night for the next day episode talking about Tennessee and Georgia. Hopefully a Vols win. Hopefully a big Vols win. A big orange win after the football game on Saturday. But until then, guys, tap in with us. Everything, social media, Instagram, everywhere, man. Just type in Straight Up Tennessee. Click that thing. Follow us. Join the channel. $2, man. Hop in here. Be a part of the Straight Up Tennessee family. Again, like I mentioned, man, we will be back live on Sunday night for our next day episode of Georgia Week. Until then, y'all, be safe this weekend. If you're traveling to the game, have a great time. Be loud. I know it's not going to be a bunch of orange, right? But be loud where you can be and show up, man. Let's do what we do best, and that's be volunteers. So for my guy Turner, man, it's your boy Ruck in the building. We'll see y'all back live on Sunday, man. It's Straight Up Tennessee, baby.